Speaking of enlightenment. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Speaking of enlightenment. Oh my god, sensitivity. Should we leave the music on? I got. If I leave the music on, I gotta add more music. The playlist like already looped. I don't know what song this is. I'm just adding songs now. I don't know if these songs are actually gonna play either. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my gosh, the sensitivity is crazy. Can I actually turn this down? Oh, thank God. Graphics low. Motion blur off. There we go. That's still a little too low. Okay. There we go. Let me take a drink before we begin. I have learned that that is the trick. We're reaching enlightenment. Enlightenment is letting go of the mortal world. There are no prayers. There are no material possessions. There is nothing. And all you need is enlightenment. The trick is to do nothing, and you win. You do nothing and you win. You may stumble. You may fail. But you will win. So long as you do nothing. There's a barrier right here. See, that's also part of the enlightenment. You gotta knock down those barriers. Is there even... I guess it's just... It's just sound of this. I guess the clapping? They need to remake this in VR chat. Can you imagine everybody hanging out here? You have to feel it. And go with the flow, honestly. Darn. We begin again. But there is no shame in beginning again. The trick is to be passive. Do not let your emotions get in the way of it. Well, is it Persona music? I think. I mean, that's real, isn't it? Like, wouldn't you say so? The point is of enlightenment is to not. It's to shed your physical and like your emotional connection. That's the entire point, right? Because you can't be enlightened if you're getting irrationally upset or irrationally involved with the world around you. Because that defeats the whole purpose. That's not enlightenment. Enlightenment requires you to sever those connections. Because if you're it just means you're still attached to the physical world, right? Because achieving enlightenment would be ascending it. So you're saying that the only way to achieve enlightenment is to never play. You're saying that's the only solution? You don't think there's another solution? I mean, a Buddhist has to eat. They do indeed have to eat. So, I mean, he can have his $3. Or they, or she, or whoever made this game. Can there be female Buddhist monks? I've never actually thought about it because you never see them portrayed in media. I feel like that's a silly question, but like I just said, you never see them portrayed in media. I can't hear the song anymore without hearing the remix of Tony Soprano yelling, Carmela, shut the door. I feel like we make good progress. Although I've already forgotten how far I've gotten. I'd also like how the spawn point is slightly higher than the floor, so I fall onto the floor noticeably. Hey, I did some laundry today. If that's a dig at me, I did some laundry today. I washed some sweatpants, and I washed a bunch of other clothes. So, you know, chew on that. I have indeed been taking care of myself. This is like a nice place. Nice onsen. Although I wouldn't like to step on these. I feel like I would trip on these fences. I would get distracted and slip and fall right on top. Looks like feudal Japan. Excuse me. There's a lot of Hollow Knight music in here. Green Run? You sense it. What about the T? Oh, this one has 4. This one has 2, but 3 bowls. This one has none. 2, none. 4 jugs, but 2 bowls. 2 jugs, but 1 bowl. What does it mean? "2026 is the year of Luigi." Does that mean Nintendo's going to lose a lot more money this year? Tomodachi, what is it? What's the name? I don't remember. The new Tomodachi Life game is going to lose a lot of money. You know, there's a game that I played not that long ago that I can't remember the name of, but there's a sequence in it that had like this emotional moment, or at least it was trying to be emotional, but I'll explain that in a second. This emotional moment where this dad goes to a graveyard to visit the grave of his daughter who committed suicide, but then the game also had the main character doing like wrestling moves on enemies. And I felt like the game was really trying 2 different things at once, and all you see from the dev is like him posting the main character doing like funny dances. It's very weird. Darn. Omori music. So good. It does make me want to just dance. Dies. Dies. Well, there's the green run right there. That means it's gonna be blue now. But it's just the one blue, because it's a fake out. Oh, I was wrong. Do you think these are all assets from the Unreal Engine store, or do you think these are designed by the dev? Do you think they put in the time and effort, or do you think they paid for they paid for the assets? That would kind of be ironic. Because I feel like that's the next step. Because you're saying that I paid for the game, Real. So therefore, I still have attachment to material possessions, but then the dev is also paying money for the material possessions of the game assets. I've never used Unreal Engine, so I don't know how it works. I've seen a bits and pieces of Unity. Not that I could grasp an idea of how it works either. But I do feel like they did do a good job setting an atmosphere here. What do you mean? Like when they say they want their name included in the, as they want the credited? I mean, that's just the way it be. That's the way it be sometime. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, with wanting some credit, some artist credit. I mean, they're only charging $3 for it. Can't be that upset at them. Also, I am curious why they made this. Like, what purpose were they trying to serve here? Are they just trying to give like an actual path to enlightenment? Like, if you watched Vine Sauce a long time ago, he played these games called Prosperity Path, and they claimed to heal like certain ailments that you were suffering from, even something as like abstract as anxiety. And they were nothing more than walking simulators, kind of similar to what we're playing right now, although they were less, they were way more, they were taking themselves seriously way more because the game was actively talking to you and encouraging you, but they were charging money for the experience. I think it's just something you have to experience. I don't know that I would ever stream anything like this because I feel like these things give you malware. But the connection to the actual dev, the dev is like some sort of scumbag who runs a cult. And that's just that. I feel like this is way more innocent because it's literally just playing a 50-50 coin toss. The game's not preaching at you. I really need to add more music to this playlist. I feel like if I was actually experiencing all of this, my nose would be assaulted by the scent of wood. Just like dull, musty wood. But I'm not sure I would like it. A little bit of a woody smell I can get down with. Living in like a cabin. Or spending the night in a cabin, I guess I should say. But this much, I feel like this would smell very musty. Musky wood, musky husky. I feel like this is a good song to do this game to. It's so happy-go-lucky. I feel like I don't like any of the actual Persona 3 Reloaded tracks though, except for like two new songs. But every one that's like a new version of the old music, I just don't like it. Like they added way too many instruments to try and make it sound new. I think this is a fun game to play if you like just deciding things on a whim. Or if you like gambling. I think it's also funny because you kind of make it seem like you have a plan. Like you just phone it in like, yes, I knew this would be wrong. Oh, of course, this was the correct answer, of course. I think that's very funny. Clearly, you are suffering from a case of the skill issue if you do not understand this game. I think in a little bit we'll change the music. I'll pull up YouTube, my YouTube music, and we'll actually listen to something else. We'll listen to regular music, not video game music. I wish I knew how to set up song requests. There's a pretty easy way to do it, I think, because I accidentally found it on Nightbot, but I didn't bother digging into it deeper because I was really confused. It said I had a bunch of song requests from like 7 years ago, and I don't know when or where that would have happened. Because I didn't stream 7 years ago. Who had my account? I didn't even watch Twitch much back then. There we go. I can't remember how far we've been. I think that's better. It's better to forget. That way you don't know what failure is like. You kind of end up remembering everything though, I guess, so it's not the same. My pleasant short-term memory loss. I guess that is a good question. Is it easier to achieve enlightenment if you were very forgetful? Because I think the idea would be that you can't be enlightened if you treat something as a failure. Again, that goes back to like retaining a physical connection to the world by having an irrational emotion. text always, it pops up when I walk by it, and it kind of scares me. Just a quick jump scare, and I can't read it too fast. Wow. This is kind of getting ridiculous. It would be funny if the game decided it as you go through the portal, but I don't think it does. That would actually be a better way to do it, now that I think about it. That would really mess with people. That the game, there's no actual right answer here. You just go through the portal, and then the game's like, okay, does the game decide it? Does it flip with like a 50%? Does it flip the coin and you win? It just decides it on the loading zone. Been a lot of green. Too much green. I don't like the color green that much. You're kidding me. Oh, I knew it. It was close. I knew after I said you're kidding me that I had to be wrong. Okay, what should we listen to? Let me get new music here. Let me go to my YouTube music. Pull up. Let's listen to Redbox. How was that? YouTube music. There we go. Nope, that's the wrong thing. How the hell do I get to YouTube music from the YouTube site? There we go. Nice red box. I'll hydrate, thank you. Yeah, I shouldn't have clicked this button. Music might be a little loud. There we go. Yeah, apparently. So the game doesn't even end there. You can get one more, I guess? I don't know what that means. I guess we'll find out. We have to. We have to. We are challenging the infinite monkey theorem right now. I am the monkey on the typewriter. And I have an infinite amount of time. Because I believe it so. Is that the actual math? Where'd you find that at? I feel like that's not that bad of a percentage. 1%? It could be a lot worse. It could be a 0.1%. In that case, oh, I see what you mean. I thought it said somewhere like, oh, that's something in the code. That's like, oh yeah, the game. I don't know. I am curious as to what this game looks like on the inside, even though I wouldn't understand it. There has to be something going on here. It is something like I said, where it's like, oh, it actually loads it on going through the portal. That makes it not a 50-50, really, but it's kind of like a 25-75. To me, it would just be funny if there was no actual correct door. Like, I don't know if the game preloads the answer or if it just rolls it on the entrance, because you would think if it's doing a 50-50 shot here, then I feel like it would be very hard for it to have, like, consistency. Like, we've seen consistency already. I haven't been playing the game that long. We've seen consistency where it's like 10 green doors in a row. I feel like hitting that 10 times in a row, a 50-50 chance is... It's harder for a machine to do it. I don't know why, but I feel like it is. I don't know why. I just feel like there would be an error in the code. Like, there would be something imperfect. Whether or not it's just the way the game engine works or how the person made it. It would be funny, though, if this was actually made by, like, a Buddhist temple. Just a bunch of Buddhist monks sitting around a computer, coding in Unreal Engine. It's funny to think about. I just don't know why they would do that. That's my, uh, what do you want to call it? My burning question. Why would you make this? Do you think there's a Buddhist monk right now who's really into basketball? So much so that he got a basketball court installed at the temple? I'd believe it. I don't remember people talking about in Real's chat, but like Buddhism is not so much a religion as it's sort of like a more of a way of life, kind of. I'm kind of misquoting it, but it's more like it's just a way to live by rather than a religion. So I feel like a Buddhist monk could enjoy basketball. I don't know if he could play it, mostly because I don't know that he would enjoy playing by himself. How was I turned that direction? Is that a fit? No. I must have just turned my mouse while the screen was loading. Oh, perfect song, too. There's a place? We're gonna find that place. That place is Nirvana. I guess my question is, why is there a Buddhist hell? Like, why would you need a hell to exist unless you wanted to keep out a certain type of person? No, this is Red Vox. This is, Vinny Vinesauce's band. Yeah. I would say that a lot of Red Vox's music, when you listen to it, you kind of hear the inspiration. Let me see if I can cue up the song. Is it here? But like Vinny really seems to wear his inspirations on his sleeve, which I kind of appreciate. He's not trying to pretend like he's unique, I guess. I don't want to sound like I'm insulting him. But you can just hear what he's going for. And you'll hear with his next song how much it just sounds like Beck. Like it just sounds like a Beck song, but it's really good. Even though the song itself is a little ridiculous. Oh, something new. Wait, what did it? Fortune slip. Oh, I like this place. But yeah, to me, this really sounds like a Beck song. And there's another song in here that sounds like The Police. I think the last song, to me, it sounds like The Police. There might be another song that I'm thinking of too. This looks like something from JSP. I feel like I'm gonna flip through some cameras and look for ghosts. Well, I don't remember that. Did you do that? Did you open these doors? There was no animation. They just... Oh, really? What'd they have to say about it? Because I played the New Flesh, which had a lot. It's all Redvox music, and it's kind of like making music videos with the songs. It's a very good game, and it's on Rial's list, so bother her to play that because it's really, really good. She really needs to play it. Excuse me. The New Flesh. It's on your games list thing. It's on one of those websites that you showed me. Oh, it's dark here. I'm not a fan of this place. You couldn't get it to work on windowed. Really? I'll have to take a look at it. Place is very spooky. I think they just released a couple new songs, too. A couple new Redvox songs. That would be really funny. It sounds like I hear my heartbeat. Why do some places portray Buddha as fat? I guess there's a lot of portrayals here. Some of these seem to have different hats. Well, I know, like, in Asian culture, being fat is like a sign of happiness and prosperity. That's what I've always heard. But I just don't understand why the difference in portrayal. Oh, this is the last one, isn't it? What are they holding? Oh. They got scrolls with red scarves. Aw, it was close. New ending. Here's the fat Buddhas. See, the game heard me talking about the fat Buddhas. Yeah, I am the youngest person ever. I can't believe I actually did that. What? Oh my gosh, am I enlightened? I'm so enlightened that I did it in 30 minutes? That's actually really funny. That's so funny. Thank you for showing this to me, Rial. I kind of get it. I actually, you know what? It's like there could be a comic, like a comedian bit here. Like, but I kind of get it. I kind of get it. I get what the game's going for. But yeah, that fake out at the end was kind of funny. Click past results. I just one-shot the rest of it. It took me 112 tries, but then when I got to 128, I just one-shot. You are here for history, my friends. This is history right here.